this was a joke the entire season to think it wasn't going to happen. But our lady, our woman, our hooper, Caitlin Clark is the unanimous, no kidding, Rookie of the Year.
You know what's crazy? The WNBA Rookie of the Year race started as a debate, but ended with a unanimous decision. Caitlin Clark didn't just win, she dominated. But how did she go from being underrated to unstoppable? Let's break it down. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Picture this. Clark and Reese, two rookies lighting up the court. The media's buzzing, fans are picking sides, and everyone's got an opinion. But here's where it gets wild. The story didn't end how we thought it would. You see, the media had their favorite. They were all about Angel Reese, acting like she had the Rookie of the Year award locked up.
Well, because of DEI, we got to get her out there. We got to get her on the cover of Sports Illustrated. We don't want anybody saying we're racist. So you got to talk about Angel Reese. Angel Reese's team stunk.
But sometimes stats tell a different story. And boy, did Clark's stats have a lot to say. So what happened? How did Clark flip the script and leave everyone speechless? That's what we're about to dive into. Trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Let's rewind to the beginning of the season. The media had their darling, and her name was Angel Reese. But sometimes the loudest buzz isn't always right. How did this early favorite end up watching from the sidelines as another rookie stole the show? It was like a Hollywood script. Angel Reese, fresh off her college success, steps into the WNBA spotlight. The media couldn't get enough of her. ESPN was all in, ranking her as the top rookie early in the season. Everyone thought they knew how this story would end. But here's where it gets wild. That early ranking, it didn't sit well with fans and critics. ESPN faced some serious heat for their decision. People were calling them out left and right, saying they were playing favorites instead of looking at the real stats. You know what's funny? While everyone was busy arguing about Reese,
Well, he wasn't very good other than rebounding, but I'm not even talking about Angel Reese. Let's talk about the person who got what she deserved.
Caitlin Clark was quietly putting up numbers that would make your jaw drop. It's like she was the plot twist nobody saw coming. The backlash against ESPN was intense. One source even said they got decimated, obliterated, crushed, destroyed for that early ranking. That's not just criticism, that's a full-on takedown. It shows you just how passionate WNBA fans are about getting it right. But here's the thing, all that noise about Reese being number one, it created this weird situation where Clark's amazing performance was flying under the radar. It's like everyone was so focused on the hype that they missed the real story unfolding right in front of them. Think about it. While the media was busy hyping up Reese, Clark was setting the court on fire.
Was it ever really a competition? I mean, seriously, I get that Angel Reese hung on and is hanging on for dear life to Caitlin Clark. I mean, she is trying.
She was racking up assists, scoring like a veteran, and breaking records left and right. But because all eyes were on Reese, Clark's incredible season wasn't getting the attention it deserved. It's a classic case of expectations versus reality. The media expected Reese to dominate, but Clark was the one actually doing it. And as the season went on, it became harder and harder to ignore the facts. You know what's wild? While everyone was busy debating expectations, Clark was busy shattering them. Remember when triple-doubles were rare in the WNBA? Clark made them look easy. But that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to her jaw-dropping season. Let's talk about records for a second. Clark didn't just break them, she obliterated them. We're talking about a rookie who set around 63 different WNBA and Indiana Fever records. That's not just impressive, that's insane. Imagine being so good that you become the first rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double. Now imagine doing it twice in one season. That's exactly what Clark did. It's like she was playing a different game than everyone else. But wait, it gets even crazier. Clark didn't just compete with the veterans, she outperformed them. She led the entire league in assists, averaging 8.4 per game. That's not just good for a rookie, that's good for anyone. And get this, she broke the single-season record with a total of 337 assists over 40 regular season games. That's some next-level playmaking right there. Now let's talk about scoring. Clark set the rookie season record for points, putting up a mind-blowing 769 points. You know what's even wilder? She barely edged out her own teammate, Kelsey Mitchell, who scored 767 points this season. Talk about friendly competition. But Clark's impact wasn't just about personal stats. She turned her whole team around. The Indiana Fever hadn't made the playoffs since 2016. Then Clark shows up, and boom, they're back in the postseason. That's the kind of impact that changes a franchise. You might be thinking, okay, but how does this compare to other great rookie seasons? Well, let me put it this way. Clark's season wasn't just great, it was historic. She wasn't just competing with other rookies, she was setting records that put her in the conversation with WNBA legends. Think about it. How often do you see a rookie lead the entire league in any major stat category? It's rare, but Clark did it with assists, arguably one of the most important aspects of the game. She wasn't just keeping up with the pros, she was schooling them. You might think leading the league in assists would be enough, but the WNBA had one more surprise up its sleeve. When the final tally came in, even Clark's fiercest rivals couldn't deny what happened next. The Associated Press Rookie of the Year award isn't just another trophy. It's a big deal in the sports world. Winning it means you've made a huge impact in your first season. It's like the sports world's way of saying, hey, we see you, and you're something special. Now, the race for this award was intense. Some people thought injuries to other rookies like Angel Reese might shake things up, but here's the thing. Clark's performance was so good, it didn't matter what anyone else was doing. So, when the votes started coming in, everyone was on the edge of their seats. Would Clark win? Would it be close? The results were mind-blowing. In the end, it wasn't even close. Clark was named Unanimous Rookie of the Year. That's right, unanimous. Every single voter agreed. Clark was in a league of her own. It's like the whole WNBA world stood up and said, yep, she's the one. Think about how rare that is. In sports, there's always debate. Someone always has a different opinion, but not this time. Clark's season was so incredible that she united every voter. That's not just winning, that's dominating. This unanimous decision tells us something important. It shows that Clark didn't just have a good rookie season. She had a historic one, the kind of season that people will talk about for years to come. Remember all those records we talked about earlier? The triple-doubles, the assists, the points? This unanimous vote puts a stamp on all of that. It's like the WNBA experts looked at everything Clark did and said, this isn't just good, this is next level. And let's be real, this isn't just about Clark. This is about setting a new standard in the WNBA. When a rookie comes in and plays like this, it pushes everyone to be better. It's like Clark just raised the bar for what's possible in women's basketball. So, what does this mean for Clark's future? Well, if her rookie season is any indication, we're in for a wild ride. She's not just a great rookie, she's already one of the best players in the league, and she's just getting started. You know what's crazy? Caitlin Clark went from being underrated to the unanimous Rookie of the Year. That's not just a win, it's a statement. It shows how important it is to judge players on what they actually do on the court, not just what people say about them. Clark didn't just have a good season. She made history. She was the first rookie to get a triple-double in the WNBA, and she did it twice. That's insane. She led the league in assists and broke records left and right. It's like she rewrote the book on what a rookie can do. So here's the big question. What's next for Clark? She didn't just win an award. She might have changed the whole game. Everyone's wondering what she'll do next season. Will she keep breaking records? Will she lead her team to a championship? One thing's for sure, the future of women's basketball just got a whole lot more exciting.